Okay, I think we are live. Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday evening. I'm super excited to have my good friend Malika, the chanting queen, back on. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing
Welcome
great.
back.
Thank you. It's been a while, hey? Yeah, doing great. Been busy creating new programs and homeschooling my kid and shoveling the snow. How about you?
Sorry, it always is like a lag there from getting on the line. Same thing. Yeah. We got dumped on here where we live overnight, like literally overnight.
Yeah.
So, I've been like really hermiting other than having to go to work. And the school week starts tomorrow. So, then
Yeah. Hermiting is exactly what we did this week. I don't feel we've done much at all. It was really good, especially this weekend.
yeah.
Yeah, really great.
Sorry. I'm trying to get on the chat here so that I can connect with people, and then I keep hitting the wrong button. Sorry, guys.
No problem.
But yeah, so I wanted to bring you back on because we're in a new month here. We've got, or you've got a ton of things going on here for November. I wanted to hear about them.
Yes. Well, last time I came to Regina, we had an amazing co-creative event together, embodiment dance and kirtan chanting. And this time Krista Woodley, who does a lot of different things, including Diksha blessings on a weekly basis, invited me to join her to play music in the background of her Diksha blessing and to also play kirtan, like chant kirtan, lead a circle with her people of Regina who are interested in. And it's on Friday, the portal day. So I think it's going to be super big. There's going to be lots of high energies. And yeah, I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to see you again too in person and give you a hug.
I know. I am so happy that you guys picked the 1111 portal because I too think that this is going to be huge. Like, whatever you're doing that day, especially if you're doing like work,
Yeah.
um, it's gonna magnify.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, lots of people were asking me this week, what are Diksha blessing? And I had to look it up too, because although I have had received Diksha blessings, I didn't know that was what they were called. Um, so basically, Krista has been, she traveled the world. She couldn't be with us today, unfortunately, but she traveled the world and she has learned from amazing teachers, and she will be basically doing this oneness blessing with us Friday. I cannot wait to receive the blessing. So basically, it's simple. Well, I hope that I'm going to explain it the right way. But it's basically, it can be done online. It can be done through online. But when you do it in person, you place a hand on the head, and it just really clears the body. It's an awakening blessing, basically. And it's really physically, it has an impact on the front left um, what is it called again? Anyway, part of the brain. I wish she was there to explain it. Is she there?
She's in the chat right now.
Oh, she is. That's amazing. I'm so glad she thought that.
We planned this last minute, and unfortunately, we weren't able to all connect together. But Krista, if you want to share anything in the chat for those that are in the chat, we'd love to hear.
Basically, deactivate fears, stress, and other lower vibrational feelings that are stuck in our body. It just clears them. It's another way, right, of living our life with intention and it's another tool for self-healing. I mean, it's not self-healing because somebody else does the blessing, but it's through our own body. It's with energy, it's with frequencies, and we all know it's magical, right?
Oh, I seriously cannot wait.
So in the video that Krista Woodley would explain in the shorts that she has on YouTube, she mentions it's like gentle brain surgery.
I'm gonna try to find it.
Yes, right. So I'm going to be playing some music. So it's going to be a co-creation, very intuitive in the background while she gives the blessings. And then I will be, after that, facilitating Kirtan chanting. And we know, for those who don't know what Kirtan chanting is, it's like an active meditation. What we chant is Sanskrit and Pali, so from Tibetan Buddhism and Hinduism. So mantras, prayers that are ancient, right? On some newer melodies, some a little bit more funky beats and catchy melodies, but it's a repetitive meditation. So it's very soothing, but it can awaken some pretty amazing things in us. And once again, it helps move the energy from the stuck energy that we have in our body. So it's a great practice for that.
Awesome. I'm gonna grab her video here because I just found it. It may play it, so just so you guys know. Oh, actually, I think I have figured out how I can play it for you guys.
Oh, Krista's explaining. It's a transmission from the receiver's divine to enter the crown chakra that is known as brain surgery that activates neural pathways for awakening. Here you go. I'm so glad that you wrote it down. I feel like I wanted to explain it the best as possible, but there's no one better to explain it than the person who's actually giving the blessing. So
yeah,
that she popped by. I'm so glad that you're here, girl.
Welcome, Krista.
Hey, welcome everyone else. Wonderful.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can play her video that you were just talking about. So, because I think I figured out last time how to play something.
Oh, look at you. You're gonna have to teach me. I'm already trying to figure out some things. I need to get the chat on my phone when I do live on Zoom live streaming on YouTube. Oh, here you go.
Let's see. Okay. Here we go. Can you guys see that? Can you see Krista here? Oh, did I lose you? May I have lost? Oh.
Yeah, we can see it. We also can see all your open tabs.
Yeah. I only have the chat open. Okay.
What is Diksha, or otherwise known as the oneness blessing? To me, it is the most powerful, profound, and sacred energy I've ever experienced in all of my travels all over the world. It stems from India, and it is a gift and a blessing to humanity to shift consciousness into awakening. It can be given through intention if you're at a distance, or through the hands to the top of the head. It is known as gentle brain surgery, as it deactivates the back of our mind where we store worry and fear, and stimulates the front left cortex for us to go with the flow and trust. It's time for all of us to lead our life from our heart with more joy and understanding than our mind. And it can also do profound healing within your body. Diksha is here to awaken. What is
amazing?
Isn't it perfect? I love the definition, and I feel like it can reach people better to understand what it is, because if we don't know, it's hard to open up to it, right? We're often scared of trying something new, something that feels a little uncomfortable or foreign, right? Yeah. But when we know the impact that it has on our body, on our mind, like sometimes I chant one chant and I'm already just grounded, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I look forward to that.
Oh man, I've seen that video before, but even just seeing it again, I think with, with everybody that's here right now, and we're all like taking this in. Krista's in the chat with us, and it just hit me like so much more. And yeah, I'm super excited for Friday.
So hopefully not too many snowstorm or snowfall, because they need to clear the snow. We officially have snow for the whole winter now. There's no way this could melt, and the temperatures are quite low, so it's not gonna melt.
Yeah, it was funny because the last time we got, or the first time we got snow not that long ago, my son was like, "This isn't real winter. It's gonna go away," and I was like, "You probably will." And then today, when he came back from his dad's, he's like, "This is real winter now."
And he's right.
And I was like, "Yeah, I think you're right."
My son's been playing already outside a lot, coming back with red cheeks.
Yeah.
And yeah, some hearty, good plays outside. Good plays.
Yeah, kids love it. Kids love it. So you've got quite a few things going on in November, don't you?
Yes, I didn't realize until I realized. But there's there's this Diksha and Kirtan coming in Regina, but I'll be traveling a little bit. Then if you're in Saskatchewan, you'll know what I'm talking about. Prince Albert, well, Saskatoon on 22nd with Michelle Paul, Summer and Soul YXE. She is an amazing queen who does gong bath and crystal bowls offerings, and it's just like the hour, because we have a 2-hour event. We do chanting first, and then the other hour, I just lay down with everyone else and I just take in, and it just goes so fast. It like just flies by. It's such a beautiful offering. We've been doing this times and people love it. They come back. Yeah, we normally sold out. I don't know if we're gonna sold out this time, but we normally do.
I bet you will.
We're half full already. And on the 23rd, I'll be in PA, Prince Albert. And I'll be the first time, I think, that I'm doing a kirtan alone. And then I decided, well, if I'm driving and I'm offering this, I decided to go to 90 minutes. So I think it's going to be pretty amazing too. 90 minutes of chanting and intentional practice. We'll do a little energy clearing at first and meditation, but like chanting for this long has such a powerful impact, because we all know we have nervous system things going on, fight or flights. Lots of us anyway have this like stress that we have to live it for whatever reasons, right? So, and even me, who's supposed to watch a movie with my son, sometimes I just end up doing 100 other things and I listen to the movie in the background. And every time I surprise myself, I didn't do it. I didn't sit with my son to watch the movie. And so this chanting practice, and when we go in circle and we actually show up for ourselves, but to join the circle and be part of it, there's something much exponential that happens in the benefits, because most people anyway who come have a certain experience in intentional practice. So when we actually put our intentions behind the mantras, the benefits become exponential, especially if we're in a real life circle, because we actually chant to each other with our voices, and it's just like amplified. So it's something to experience.
It really is.
Yeah. And then what else? Oh yeah, and I have an online workshop for people who cannot go, who can't leave, and for the busy mamas, because it's in the daytime. Recordings available, but it's called Chill Out Mama. I joined Tessa Tinyu from Tinyu Wellness. She's a integrative medicine practitioner. She works with women with hormones, figuring out the problem, that most women have, because we all have, if we have a problem, it's because we're deficient somewhere. And at some point you can put all the supplements you want in your body, try to do all the things, but if internally you have to work from there, right? So she's going to give us a bunch of tricks to help with our nervous system. And then of course we'll be chanting, and I'll share a few tools as well with that and what chanting actually does in the body. So it'll be really informative. It's online. We've already got people signing up, so I'm really excited for this. And that's on November 15th. I think that the best way people can see all of my offerings would be my milkshake.
Yes.
That's normally when I put all of them. So there's a
I want
little
to put
extra.
that in the chat here.
Oh, I can do that.
Can you do that?
Yeah, I can. So I'm really excited to do this and to yeah, to be part of this event, and lots of co-creations happening, and that feels like my thing. You know, my background is music and touring and playing in bars and coffee shops and house concerts and festivals, and now like I joined that, you know, that music world of mine and that spiritual world of mine, and now I'm just like chanting, and it's just, this is my purpose. This is my life path, you know, when you find your thing. Hey,
I love it. Yeah, I'm all about the collabs right now too, so I totally feel you on that. And you know, you mentioned the whole, you know, taking that time for yourself, and how a lot of times, especially solo parents, which both of us know very well the life of, but also other parents, right? Not whether you're, you know, on your own or you're not, or whether you have kids or not, right? I feel like society makes us so busy, right? We're just go, go, go. And we're not stopping to take that time. Well, for one, for ourselves, but you know, even how you mentioned, you know, with your son, and that was my night last night. My kids, my girls really wanted to watch a movie, and I was like, just gonna put the phone away, be here now. And like you said, so many times it's like you're doing things, and my one daughter's like, she'll always pause it if I'm up doing something. I'm like,
well, that's nice.
get
I don't
me
get
to like,
pause.
you know, she's older. But
Pause.
then, yeah, so you know, that reminder of pausing and coming back. And yeah, that's, I mean, I've learned so much in these last, you know, 2.5, 3 years of how important it is to take that pause and to really do the work for yourself, and to really show up for yourself. And I love how you explain how like obviously the chanting, but the combination of you guys two coming together is just, I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, me too. And so if anybody wants is watching from Regina or surroundings and want to get some tickets, details, we can put Krista's email in there to e-transfer, or just maybe I'll just put there's a Facebook event as well going on. I don't do so much Facebook events anymore. But it's people still like it. People still like to have the reminder and things like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I know you're not on Facebook, but there's lots of places.
There's still lots of people that are. So yeah, it's great. I mean, if I could get back on it, I would be on it just for like groups and like events, because that is the, I've spoken enough of my truth to get me in trouble.
Yeah.
But so we are going to be blessed by you sharing some Kirtan chanting tonight. But before we do that, I want to talk a little bit about, because we're both Tauruses, Taurus sun, both of us. And for those of you that know, Tuesday, November the 8th, which we also know that is a very big day in the US as well. So very fitting, I find. You know, there's no coincidences, anything, that we are having a blood full moon, total lunar eclipse in Taurus on November the 8th. So I wanted to chat a little bit about that with you. I had a few things. I'll be doing like a video about this, I think on the 8th, but I thought we could chat a bit about this and see, what are your feelings around this full moon coming up?
Well, I've been feeling some pretty intense symptoms, not as much as some of our friends, but definitely been feeling some of Ascension symptoms going on. So I just have a feeling it's going to continue. Possibly even be a tough day for my body, to be honest. I can see this, like my son was telling me, but you know, we're going on a walk with the 2 dogs tonight. You should bring only 1 dog because your body's probably going to be stiff on the way back. And I was like, oh my God, my son knows how much I've been hurting. And he's like trying to minimize my pain on the way back from our walk. Well, the puppy can be a little intense on my body. But you know, just it's just been the way it's been for a little while now. My body sometimes is great and I can have a dance and just like feel so good power walking the dogs, you know, and then some days I'm just having trouble getting out of bed and I feel sore like an old lady. So I feel that we're going to experience more of that. Um, I read a little bit about it, so I know I feel like things are being easier now in the flow of like removing what no longer serves, who shouldn't be around,
Yeah.
and like cutting cords with
Yeah.
with the unnecessary,
Yeah.
or the like the heavy weight. Someone just stepped away recently of my life,
Mhm.
and I felt so much relief. I was like, I don't want anyone like this anymore. Why am I forcing things? Right?
Yeah. Yeah. That is
Yeah.
exactly it. Like I feel like, so the months coming up to this, we've been going through, the everything that's coming up and purging it out and like and now we're at that point of like, it's just showing you. And it's like, bye, get out of here. You see it more clear. Like you said, it just happens where somebody just like leaves your life, whatever it is, right? It's happening so much easier now because we're at that point, like, this full moon is all about like purging through the karmic soul lessons, right? um Releasing any of that remaining like karmic debris that just, it was just holding us back, right, from truly stepping in and embracing our soul essence, like what we came here to be. We need to like let that all go. Ascension symptoms have been so hard on people lately, both like emotionally and physically. Like I too, um I've gone through it all. I've gone through like the emotional part, but mostly for me it's been physical. Like I've had a lot of like physical things happening with, for me it's been showing more as like more feeling like I'm under the weather, really bad headaches, tired like you wouldn't believe, and the body aches. Today my son fell asleep like on the couch, so I took the opportunity to go and take one of my salt baths with like I get these really special magic bath salts with cannabis in them that are just like, it just like melts all the pain away, but it's still, I can still feel it. Like it's like you were saying, it's like, and plus having to shovel today, your body getting back into like, oh, right, I have those muscles in my back and in my arms.
You know what happened today though? As I was shoveling, there was like a lot of snow. Like, and then I moved my car, and then I just had a shovel, not the big ones that you can actually carry snow. I just had those. And then someone with a bobcat was probably doing a bunch of contracts around, right? He was busy. Well, he stopped and not only removed snow from my neighbor to be able to park his car because it was just in the street.
Yeah.
Roughly parked, but he removed the snow behind my car and on the sidewalk beside. So he saved me like an hour of shoveling. Seriously, like an hour. And I was like, oh, thank you. Maybe I'm just gonna get the bill now. Here's the bill. No. Like feel very fortunate. This is like the little things that make a big difference, right?
Huge difference. It's so funny you brought that up because people who don't understand, we got dumped on. Like I was looking at the snow, like we got like and it's heavy because it was freezing rain yesterday, so it was heavy to get out. And having somebody shovel snow or move snow for you is one of the biggest blessings that you really can give in this kind of climate. I had somebody that they didn't do my walkway, but they did like the sidewalk in front, and it was like, it's just like this big sigh of relief and like, oh my goodness, like that's such a blessing. Like, yes. So yeah, I feel, and it's like, yeah, the little things, but they're actually kind of big.
Yeah. Well, this for me is like the little joys that make, for me, like these little joys bring to my level of, not my level, just this is why I'm happy in life, because of little joys like this,
Yeah.
And when I wake up in the morning, except for the stiffness, most of the time I'm happy because there's always some beauty. There's always some beauty, some beautiful things happening, whatever it is, right?
And that's
So
what, when I was shoveling and I was looking at the snow, you know, because it's really easy to get into that like negative part of it. It was sparkling, like it was just glitter all over the place. And that's where I was just like, I'm just gonna focus on this glitter as I shovel it, because it really is so beautiful to be able to witness like all the seasons that we get to witness here. So Krista mentioned kidneys. Kidneys is a huge one. I was talking with her about that this weekend, about how much it's been affecting people's kidneys, all these ascension symptoms. And yeah, I feel like we are literally at like the transition, you know, anybody who's had a baby before and you're in that transition period where you're like, there's no going back. And you are like right on the like, you're on the doorway of like birth, right? And it's so like intense, right? And I really feel that we are in that like transition, like right at the doorway of being rebirthed. And you know, the birth process, as beautiful and, you know, amazing that it is, there is that like ring of fire, right? And we're like literally, we're going through that, people. I'm like, I just feel like it's you know, because we're also like, we're really near Uranus right now. So it's I just wanted to read a little bit about that, because this will make sense why I'm saying this. So the planet of Uranus is the planet of radical change and sudden turnaround. So this is the other energy that we have going around right now. So like, again, I feel like it's just this like, buckle up, people. Like shit's about to get real. It is getting real. Like we're feeling it, you know, there's a lot of people. And I'm talking to people like all, you know, I get to talk to these amazing people that in the soul tribe all over the world. And we're all experiencing the same kind of things, you know, so because we're doing the work, right? And this is where it's like, in order to like rebirth, you know, the phoenix, if you think about like the phoenix, right, it like it burns and then it rebirths itself. Lily Nova did an amazing, like you mentioned, the cord cutting. So she did one of her activations today, and it was all about like clearing and cord cutting and the phoenix rising. And it was, I'm gonna actually, I'll link it in after this loads, because if anybody didn't get a chance to do that today, I highly recommend that you do that if it's something that resonates with you, because it really helps the process of like truly letting go, like you said, letting go of that no longer serves us anymore, so that we can be like rebirthed and shining and bright. And
yesterday I woke up at 5 something and I was like, I need to make cacao. And then I just like made a cacao and had a little ceremony, and then I did a live chanting to release and clear. I needed to clear some shit out.
Yeah.
And chanting for me is my tool, right? So I offer lots of lives or whatnot, sometimes on Instagram, sometimes on Facebook, sometimes on YouTube. But
is that one on your YouTube?
I think so. It should be loaded. Sometimes it takes 24 hours, but that's more than 24 hours, so it should be loaded. Clearing, it's from yesterday. Yeah, just like 3 chants. It really makes a big difference. Seriously. Needed to clear some stuff up, right? And we talked about Tuesday coming up and the full moon, and I feel like it's gonna be a great day to release even more.
Yeah.
It's like when you say buckle up, I use this expression today to express like the way I've been living my life lately. It's just I put my seatbelt on and probably some gloves and maybe some goggles to protect my eyes, and I just freaking go. Like I take risk, I jump 2 feet. I'm launching a program tomorrow, my first intensive program, Voice of the Goddess.
Oh my goodness.
I know, 12 weeks program. And like, this scares the shit out of me. But at the same time, I was like, I'm ready for this shit, right? I need to make it happen. So like, there's a membership that we've been going through, like, which is maybe a slow process, right? Because it's a yearly thing. But like installing that commitment to our own practice with voice has been really important in my life. I have a hair in the mouth. I'm like trying to remove it. No, it's from somewhere else. Okay. And then, yeah, so like really supporting people into discovering their voice. A lot of us are really afraid to use our voice. I remember a few years ago being in sharing circles with other women, and you know it's going to get back to you after a while because you go around, and I felt anxious. And it's not because I'm a teacher, I'm a performer, I even did improv for 7 years. So speaking publicly is fun for me. Why was I not able to share? It's not because I'm not a good singer. It has nothing to do with that. It's because I didn't have my voice. Probably my throat chakra was blocked. Probably I didn't stand in my power, but like it was hard for me to share in vulnerability, right? To come into that feminine, right? And I know this for a fact because I was in my masculine for so long. And then being able to like step into our feminine, balance it out, right? But step into our feminine and learn to flow with our voice and see what happens because it's connected. Okay, so little anatomy lesson here. Our vocal cords are connected to our vagus nerve, and the vagus nerve is the most important nerve in the body, and it reaches pretty much all of your organs back to your yoni, your pleasure center, your Shakti energy. So if you are blocked here,
Yeah.
you're blocked there.
Yep.
It's as simple as this, right?
Yeah.
So by activating that voice of yours, when we activate our voice, we activate more than that. We activate our pleasure center, our energy center. We clear our chakras, like, and of course, the more we do it, the easier it get, and the more we can rip the benefits and really feel them. I remember the first few times I chanted in circle, my pleasure was to hear the voices. It was not to feel them because I didn't have that developed yet, right? So we always have to be gentle with ourselves and be okay with starting somewhere. And that's another thing that the ego, masculine, takes over because we don't want to be in that uncomfortableness or being open to try something, being open to get rid of that, ooh, it's my turn to speak,
Yeah.
So I invite people to chant. I invite people to try it. Should we try it? Is this a good time to chant?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I love it.
So I'm not 100% sure what to chant. Sometimes it comes intuitively, but right now I have like, well, I was thinking Om Mani Padme Hum, which is, love, compassion. We talked about being gentle with ourselves because we're going through so much. Or also, well, maybe we should ask people. So Om Mani Padme Hum, which is, for the heart, compassion, love to self and to others, very gentle. Or should we sing Sitaram, Jajaram, or Shri Ram, which is the balance between the cosmic couple. So when we invoke this couple of Sita and Ram, we start seeing the beauty in ourselves and into the world. I don't know. That's the two that came to mind intuitively. Anybody in the chat wants? Let's see. Lakshmi. Krista says Lakshmi was not in the choices, but we can chat. Lakshmi is a great activator. Lakshmi is the mantra for prosperity. She's the goddess of abundance, good fortune, creativity, fertility. I see her very related to I'm not looking into my books right now. I'm going with my instinct, but to the solar plexus chakra and activating ourselves.
Yeah.
So Lakshmi is another one to activate our power. But Lakshmi is a good one to call in abundance. So
yeah. I love Lakshmi. That's one of my favorites.
Oh, okay. It's a little bit folky for this evening. I'm going to try to play it a little slower. Let's see what happens. Okay. So I invite you all to just chant, to just like sit and comfortably, if you can, close your eyes. If you're driving in the car, please don't. But if you're like in a comfortable sitting position, just like be open to try this practice if it's new to you. And I know lots of people prefer to listen first before using their voice. And I invite you to just just go with it. Be gentle with what you hear. Accept. It's not a contest. Nobody can hear you. So
I'm gonna mute myself.
So Om Shrim Maha Lakshmi Yay Namaha. Let's try it one more time. Just one second. Om Shrim Maha Lakshmi Yay Namaha. If anybody wants my PDF of all the chants, if they wanted to continue chanting with me, they can reach me, send me a message on my milkshake or on my YouTube profile. I've got everything in there. So just send me a message and it will be my pleasure to share the PDF. Om Shri Lakshmi Namaha. Om Shri Lakshmi Namaha. Om Shri Lakshmi And after the chant, we just sit with it for a little bit, just to experience the ripples of the mantra. It's blissful.
It really is. I could never get tired of hearing you chant. It's just so beautiful. Thank you for blessing us with that. If any of you had water nearby, I'm gonna drink that in now. I want to fully embody that. Wow, that was so beautiful. We had a few people. So Krista said, I already have goosebumps. Kells, Mystic Mama Kells from our favorite, Harley Ray, she says, beautiful. Keith joined us and he says, hi. And he's pretty excited. It looks like he says, beautiful. Harley Ray, Crystal Shop says, soothing and healing vibrations. So peaceful and loving, Ocean says. You guys, if you don't already, I'll find her Telegram, because Malika also has a Telegram channel, and she'll post in there when she's going to go live on YouTube, and she'll do events or she'll do Zooms. You can, send a donation over to her for the exchange of energy, join in on it and be a part of this. You've been putting yourself out there quite a bit. Like I love seeing how much you've been shining your light and just really like you know, standing in your true authenticity, and just I love watching you shine, Malika. It's so beautiful.
Thank you, and I love watching you being so active. You know, we give too much props to Instagram and Facebook, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I still use them. They're good for my business to keep in touch with lots of people. Also, my feed is really positive and uplifting with amazing. So, you know, it's a good place. There's no like negative on my Facebook, or if there is, unfollow, or if they have no connection with me whatsoever, remove. And it's nothing personal, right? We are in control of that. But there's something amazing with YouTube and Telegram that I found through you, mostly by following you. And I feel like there's, well, first off, we get a wider audience and a different audience, people all around the world, but also eclectic in terms of their skills and what they share, right? So I like that. It feels like it's a little bit more wide open to the world. So I really like YouTube. And Telegram, what is right there to, you know, it's just right there. That's it. You know, if you follow a channel, you get the feed, and you take what you want and you leave what you don't want. So I really like those two. And props to you for rocking those two channels like a queen. I'm learning you. I just posted my link for Telegram. So the chanting queen everywhere. I just don't have it yet, but
I posted that too. Can you share your I don't have it on my phone right now, but can you share your milkshake that has all the ways to get a hold of you? Yeah, so you guys, she's like, just again to reiterate, we both shared her her Telegram channel, where she posts, like, she has so many things going on in this month and all the time. So definitely head on over there, check out what she has going on, because some of it is online, right? So you can participate wherever you live and in, you know, in your home, where, you know, for some people it is more comfortable to start off that way, you know, as you're activating your voice and finding your voice. She gives you that ability to do this in the comfort of your own home. You can have your camera on, have it off, whatever you feel most comfortable with. You can have the sound on mute. And her YouTube channel. So I've posted that above too. Definitely, people, let's head on over there, because she shares so many amazing, you always have all these amazing chants coming to you, and you're sharing them with us all the time, just blessing people everywhere you go.
Thank you. One of the things I love the most about writing chants is the melodies, of course, because the chants are ancient. So I don't like write Sanskrit or anything like that. I take mostly chants. But when they come through me, sometimes like a god or a goddess or something's going to come through me, and then I share. Oh, and I do write some stuff in English too. Often when I walk in the forest or when I drive. It's always when I drive that like it comes to me. So I have to voice record it so I don't lose it. Or then I stop and then I voice record it. But yeah, the best way to catch some of my kirtan that I share online, there's a community kirtan online that I do on Zoom, and it will be posted on YouTube. Is the community posted on YouTube? It's not posted on YouTube, but I could do it. Otherwise, you can catch mini kirtans that I share. And also my group, my Facebook group is Chanting for Healing. So you can find me there, Chanting for Healing. I am Malika Luna on Facebook, so you can find me as well. Thank you so much for having me. I'm like feeling like we're wrapping up, but you tell me.
Yeah, no, this was amazing. I absolutely, anytime, I love having, like, we just kind of threw this together. It was like, you just had so many things going on this month, and I'm like, we need to share this. It's a new month. There's, you know, you've helped me on my journey so much, and
thank you. And so have you. So I'm glad that we can uplift each other and inspire each other and support each other through this endeavor of ours, right? Like, we're basically doing what we love and serving, right? And doing what we love and doing our calling. And I feel blessed to be able to do this, to have this courage and this confidence in my life to be able to pursue this. Same for you. Like, we're not choosing the easy path here. We're choosing the hard path. It wasn't meant to be easy. We're also solo parents who homeschool. Nothing is meant to be easy, but how we're flowing through it, perspective, practice, intention, right? It's just a matter of making some shifts in our life and being more intentional, I think. And everyone can do that.
Yeah.
Everyone can do that.
And that's the part of, standing in your sovereignty is, you're taking the responsibility, right? You're taking your power back and you take the responsibility for your life. And that means the dark and the light, right? You got to do that work to shine your light. And it really is super empowering once you really, find your truth, take this time to find your truth and to start doing the inner work and, whatever it may be that helps you. I mean, every time I do chanting with Malika, it's actually opening up my throat chakra even more. And it's the whole, like you said, it's all of it. It's not just in my throat chakra. I can feel it all the way down. I can feel the healing that I'm doing in my root chakra and my sacral chakra. Like you're activating people, and it's so beautiful. I thank you so much. And anytime you want to come on, I would love to have you. I'm sure everybody in here absolutely love that. If you came a little bit late and you missed the chant, I highly encourage, even the beginning, Malika talks about some of her upcoming things, especially with our good, beautiful friend, Krista, that's coming up here where I live. But she also has a lot of offerings online as well and all over Saskatchewan happening. So I encourage you to go back and check that out. And definitely,
I think Krista's going to Moose Jaw for she's doing Crystal Bowl in Moose Jaw on Tuesday for the full moon. So it's gonna be wild. So Moose Jaw, if there's any Moose Jaw people or surrounding, you should check her out. I look forward to co-create with her. We've met in person finally last time, but we've been friends online and connected for a little bit of time. And I think I've been wanting to go to Regina for so long. And thank you for accepting to do that dance and chant with me last time. It's like, I love co-creations, and we help each other out too. Even like when we interview each other like that, it's nice because we open up, we widen our exposure and like to talk about our things. And who knows who's interested in what we offer and in our energy, right? Everything is possible. You're also welcome on my channel anytime to come talk about anything.
Thank you. Oh, I love it. It really is. We're all getting back to, it's not just women, but the sisterhood is really important because the sisterhood has definitely been, hurt, and a lot of traumas have happened to it. And with rising the divine feminine, which, Taurus energy again, we're in that yin energy. So it's all about healing that, and the divine feminine is in each and every one of us. So let's continue on this journey together and healing so that we can come to the true balance of the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and that beautiful dance that it is when it is in balance. Thank you so much, Malika. I'm just so at bliss right now with that beautiful chanting that you blessed us with. Again, thank you to all of the people in the chat. You're all so amazing. Noreen said, I wish I could bake some cookies for you all. Oh, that would be so beautiful. Ocean says, that was so wonderful, Malika. And then Keith, he's got a chant. What is that? The mantra that he put there. Do you know that one?
Asatoma Sat Gamaya. That's one of my favorite, but I'm notorious for saying that for many mantras. But Asatoma Sat Gamaya is lead me from darkness to light. So it would have been also an excellent one to chant today. Tonight, there's been like at least 5 we could have chanted. We could have done like a whole freaking kirtan on just what we're going through, right? So Asato, lead me from darkness to light, lead me from death to immortality, and from ignorance to truth. And these are very powerful mantras, prayers, syllables. Exactly. That's exactly what they do. Well, not just the chills, but they affect us in different parts of our body. And it is the mantra, it is the syllables. And I also think it's okay sometimes to mispronounce. You'll get there, right? So you have to ease. It's a new language. It's a new way of pronouncing things. You have to focus on a lot of things. So whomever chant kirtan or start chanting, give yourself some time to really. Now some of my people, they're like eyes closed, no sheets, going wild. Woo! Right?
I love it.
We need to get there. It's like anything, right?
Do you have anything planned this week, like to go live at all that we could share with people? Or could we encourage you to maybe?
Yes, I'm going live on Wednesday with
Okay.
Tessa to talk about Chill Out Mama online workshop.
Perfect.
What else? I like to go live spontaneously a lot. It kind of works with my schedule. You probably know this a little bit. I'll try to be more on YouTube in the evenings. I've noticed this works better than during the daytime. And daytime more Facebook. Chanting for Healing. The Facebook group is normally when I do most of my lives, and YouTube now. But no, I don't have anything specific.
Well, maybe we can all manifest a live
Yeah.
chanting this week. But definitely, you guys head over both to her YouTube, subscribe, and hit that notification button. And then also head over to her Telegram, which is, it's all in the chat here, and I'll post it afterwards so that when she does go live, this is the life of solo parents, right? We do it when we can. So when that comes, you can catch it and you can jump on. So
yeah, I know that I always post on Telegram normally when I'm going to go live.
Perfect.
So we post and mention it in there. So.
Amazing.
Thank you.
I also shared Krista's YouTube above as well. So feel free to scroll up and like her channel as well. I love you so much, Malika. I'm so blessed to have you in my life. Thank you again.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, much love to everybody. We will see you guys soon. Take care.